Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have for us the review of the ColecoVision original library game, Looping. Forgot my water, give me a second. That's better. This can be a bit of thirsty work. Anyway, we have the ColecoVision original library game Looping review to go over today. Now, Looping was originally created by an Italian. The design was, his name was Giorgio Vigozzoli, Vigozzoli. He did the design, and then the developer mainly was Marco Pietro Silvio, and sound effects and all were done by someone named Mario, is the only name given, no last name. For developer, the German developer, Video Games GM, that's capital G, lowercase m, lowercase b, and then H. A German developer, and published by Ventureline in 1982. It did okay, though it's one of those that you could possibly say, as an arcade cabinet original, was a little bit lower tier. So, the licensing rights got picked up by Coleco in 1983, and developer Ed English developed for and Coleco published Looping for the ColecoVision port, 1983. It's a pretty simple platform game where you have to learn to maneuver, and there's some shooting and all, and it's really a pretty fun game. As a matter of fact, I recall my old friend Mr. Scott Gull had mentioned to me at one point before that it's one of his favorite, it's a favorite ColecoVision port of his. He really enjoys the game. Anyway, I have here my loose copy, which is what I have. It says ColecoVision Presents, says Looping, Ventureline Incorporated here, and tells us that it's a 1982 trademark of Ventureline, while the package program and auto video are 1983 Coleco Industries. It also has, as usual, the overlay slot, though I'm not sure if this one would have come with overlays or not. It's simple enough you may not have needed them, but I don't have them. It has a pretty nice top label to it as well. My copy's in pretty good condition. I forget if it was my friend Mr. Gull or no, it wasn't him. If I'm not mistaken, I got this from Player's Choice Video Games. It's one of the packages I got unboxed a while back. Anyway, with no real further reason to delay on all, it's pretty simple at all. I've got my CollectorVision Phoenix out, so I'm going to get it set up with that, and we're going to go ahead and take a little look into the gameplay. Okay, so here we go with gameplay for Looping, Coleco 1983 ColecoVision original library game. Have to forgive me if it looks a bit off because the way my phone wants to record it, it's a bit bright. I will be playing this with a combination of, well, the keypad is kind of required from the ColecoVision or Coleco Atom controller. But otherwise, there's also an option to use a Nintendo Super NES controller or Nintendo SNES controller with the ColecoVision Phoenix, and since it makes it a bit easier to control the looping and steering on this one, I'll be using that for that. The mini joystick, mini thumbstick on the ColecoVision or Coleco Atom controller is fine, but can be a bit tricky on this one. So since I've got the alternate option, why not use it? Okay, skill level 1. Oops, not the way I wanted to start it. Try again. Basically, it's just up and down on your mini joystick, mini thumbstick for the looping effect, you know, for your directional control. And I always like to start off like this because you get some extra points doing it this way. And then it's your second right fire button is what you use to fire. That right there, you have to, that little giant missile or rocket, whatever, is a weapon or something you're supposed to take out, so. And as we can see, it says the gate's open, which is talking about a gate over here for the obstacle course portion of this. You have to loop up and down while dealing with these apparent metallic balloon enemies or whatever. Then here you earn points for doing this maze thing. Which is a bit tricky, but it could be far worse. Oh, almost made it. See, there's the end, is where we're trying to get to. Well, I don't have to destroy that main thing again before being able to try to get through the maze again, so no bother. You get points for shooting them. I forgot to look into exactly what the point system is here, but does kind of have one. For getting through this maze part, there are a couple of options you could choose, but I found the route I'm taking here is usually the easiest for me. It can take a few tries, though. There's one thing about this game that stands out, it's that the control scheme for the looping and all is, you only have steering up or down to change your height and angle, so that's kind of where the challenge on it comes in some. Too high, too low, you'll miss a direct turn or anything, and as such, you end up crashing. I can imagine with that it can be a very frustrating game, and from my experience trying to play it, it can be, but that's one of those challenges that it just makes it more interesting in a way, because you have to, like, once you manage to finish, like, just this first base for the first time, it's like, wow, I did it. Feels like you really accomplished a little something with it. If I could get it right. And you do get roughly about 5 tries at it, it looks like. Okay. Can just press the start portion of the keypad and try again. If I could get it right. To do this part, you have to really keep up kind of a rapid fire deal, and it's not 100% easy to do. Can't fly upside down and nobody's going to fault you for it. Now the gate's open, so time to try and get through this little obstacle course part again. As I said before, it's a bit tricky since you have to learn how to maneuver correctly, and it's not 100% easy to do. My experience with it has been once you think you've got it down, you probably don't. Takes a bit of practice. Even though I practiced on this earlier yesterday before prior to getting ready to do this video, I still need to polish up my skill on it some. Good game, but easy to get frustrated with some if while you try to get into getting past that, getting everything done right so that you can maneuver through and actually win a round. And personally, I could stand to get a bit better at it. I could be bothering to shoot those guys and earn extra points on it and all, but as I see it, they're going to keep coming, so why not focus on trying to do the maze part, the part that has the big points, and try to get through here and to the end of the level. If I could get through it without making a mess of it. I think I can another shot here, just have to keep at it. Okay, have that done. 600 points to start with. Gates open. It's a pretty simple game overall, though it's the control scheme and all that can really get you. As I was saying before, it can take some tries before you finally learn how to get in there and get it right, but can be done. Almost. Not 100% sure, but I'll bring it up again in a sec, but See, I'm not 100% sure about this, but there's a little part of this maze here that kind of looks like you could potentially shoot through it. Ah, got closer. That part right there that has the pink on it. Not sure, but I would bet that you could possibly just shoot through that part. Never tried it before, so I don't know. With looping, it's all about making these little tight turns through here. Come to think of that little pink part, may just be another part of the gate, or a secondary gate for the last part, I don't know. And there we go. That's the end of level 1. Number 2 gets a bit more tricky in a way. You see how I was shooting through here? Well, you have a second one of those things to destroy that's right there, so gets a bit more tricky on this one. And of course you have the gate closed right now and everything. It's pretty much the same as level 1, except you have 2 of them to get rid of. Gate's open, so... And I'm on my last flight, so... I'm going to waste it, it's just going to happen. I try not to. Pretty much same maze. Well, that's new, but ah, that had to get me, huh? Okay, so I'm on flight 6. I guess I must have earned an extra one or something. Don't know. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the scoring, or maybe at 20,000 points or 30, something like that. I don't know. Maybe I must have earned an extra. I don't know, because I look at and see about that part of things. Looping's a simple enough game, you know, I don't worry too much about the scoring and everything. Okay, so that's another game over, and I think you guys have the idea with the gameplay by now anyway. Okay, so that was Looping, a 1983 original library game for the ColecoVision. Is it pretty good? Oh yeah, I think so. It's got pretty nice graphics, pretty nice sounds, and it plays pretty well, though as I was noting during the gameplay, it can probably be a very frustrating game because you just really have to learn how to get down those looping controls for it and how to move, and it can take quite a bit of practice before you get it right. As you guys could see, it took me quite a bit to get back into the rhythm where I could just get past level 1. But I think overall it's a pretty good game. Very good port of looping for the ColecoVision. The only official one as far as I know of. Anyway, I do have a couple recommendations and links for you guys from my preferred YouTubers, well, a few of them. The first is for the ColecoVision channel. The second is Pet says Jim 1, and finally we have 65 Gamer Guy. I'll go ahead and leave recommendations and links to those, as well as I'll go ahead and leave a recommendation and link to the Wikipedia article on looping, because it's a kind of interesting read, and it does talk about this port at least some. Go ahead and keep your guys' eyes peeled on this channel's feed here on my feed here on YouTube, as well as mine on Facebook and Twitter feeds. As I should be, it's going to be another emulation, of course, at this point. But I should be I haven't picked it out yet, but once I do, I'll be putting up later on an announcement post for what this next Sunday's homebrew, probrew, or prototype review will be. Again, it's going to be another emulation, and not my favorite with that, but we'll get through it anyway. Just, that's where I'm at this point, where I'm having to do more of those that way than not, so. Would much rather have a physical copy of the game than play it that way, if at all possible, but as I've said before, I do have a healthy respect for well-done emulation, and it can be an asset. Though I do prefer physical cartridges in games, there's nothing wrong with well-done emulation, so. Anyway, I will keep your eyes peeled on my feeds for that, so as I will have that announcement post up after a while once I have that picked out. Big shout out to my ColecoVision and Atom Fanatics Facebook group, and to my ColecoVision World Facebook group. Love you guys over there at both of those groups, and hopefully I'll be getting this upload before too terribly long this morning. In the meantime, if you enjoy this channel's content, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, and please don't hesitate to leave any questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comments section below. You guys take care, have a wonderful Wednesday, and hopefully I will see everyone back here again this coming Sunday.